absolutely despise him. His post was actually at 12:33 a.m. this morning on March 13, 2026. Here's what Donald Trump posted. We are totally destroying the terrorist regime of Iran, militarily, economically, and otherwise. Yet, if you read the failing New York Times, you would incorrectly think that we are not winning. Iran's navy is gone. Their air force is no longer. Missiles, drones, and everything else are being decimated, and their leaders have been wiped from the face of the earth. We have unparalleled firepower, unlimited ammunition, and plenty of time. Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. They've been killing innocent people all over the world for 47 years. And now
Did you hear that? A president praising killing as an honor in the middle of a real war. Here is why this matters for your life. Because wars don't stay over there. They hit your gas bill. They hit your retirement account. They hit your kids and grandkids. And CNN is reporting something stunning. The Pentagon underestimated Iran's willingness to close Hormuz. That is the choke point for global oil. So tonight, we break it down with sources, with receipts, and with one simple question. Who is paying the price for this chaos? Trump or you?
Epstein, the first thing they do in Iran is kill a little girls' school, which everybody knew was a little girls' school. The most basic and obvious Google search would show that that was obviously it was a little girls' school, but the Trump regime blew that up with the Tomahawks. But we're running out of munitions, exactly as our generals and admirals warned the Trump regime. We're running out of munitions, and while we're running out of munitions, guess what? Iran isn't. They're not running out of munitions. Despite all the propaganda you hear, Iran's ballistic missile stock and its Shahed drone stock remains largely intact. Yeah, I mean, look, the U.S. and Israel is hitting Iran hard. Like, let's be clear.
Here is what they are not telling you plainly enough. The Strait of Hormuz is not a talking point. It is a lifeline. AP reports Iran has effectively closed it, and a fifth of the world's traded oil passes through there. That is why oil spikes hit fast, and that is why grocery prices follow. Now listen closely. CNN reports the Pentagon and NSC underestimated this scenario. CNN says officials believed Iran would not do it because it would hurt Iran more than the U.S. But the reality is simple. If shipping gets too dangerous, tankers stop moving. And when tankers stop moving, prices jump. And Reuters reports AAA data shows gas hit $3.60 a gallon. That is the highest since May 2024. Diesel hit $4.89, the highest since December 2022. So when Trump posts at midnight bragging about war, he is not just talking tough. He is lighting a match near your wallet. Put the post on screen. Read it like a juror would read it. Not like a fan, not like a hater, like a citizen. Reuters reports Trump wrote, quote, "We are totally destroying Iran, and watch what happens today." And he called it a great honor to kill them. That is not careful leadership. That is escalation language, and it invites retaliation. In a region where one mistake spikes your costs overnight.
But while then, after the meeting with Dmitriev and Yushakov, you have Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent issue a proclamation removing the tariffs, or rather, it's not the tariffs, removing these sanctions. You love, keep the tariffs against all of the allies, remove the sanctions against Russia, is what I should say. U.S. Treasury has issued general licenses now, allowing countries to purchase Russian crude oil and petroleum products in transit. So not only has Donald Trump lifted any ban on
Now here is the part that should make your jaw drop, because it is not speculation, it is documented. OFAC issued General License 134. It authorizes transactions to sell and deliver Russian crude, but only oil loaded on vessels by 12:01 a.m. March 12th, and only through 12:01 a.m. April 11th. So yes, it is temporary, but it is real. And CNBC reports Treasury said it was meant to stabilize markets because the war disrupted shipping through Hormuz. Here is my opinion. If you are telling Americans to accept short-term pain, then you owe them straight answers, not midnight bragging, not chaos messaging, and not mixed signals that weaken leverage abroad. Because when policy whiplashes, markets punish working people first. This not rumor. This is the government's own document, General License 134, dated March 12, 2026. Read the key line with me. Loaded by March 12th at 12:01 a.m., authorized through April 11th at 12:01 a.m. That tells you the panic level inside markets, because the Strait of Hormuz disruption is serious, and now the White House is trying to patch the hole after the fact.
And otherwise. Yet, if you read the failing New York Times, you would incorrectly think that we are not winning. Iran's navy is gone. Their air force is no longer. Missiles, drones, and everything else are being decimated, and their leaders have been wiped from the face of the earth. We have unparalleled firepower, unlimited ammunition, and plenty of time. Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. They've been killing innocent people all over the world for 47 years. And now I, as the 47th President of the United States of America, am killing them. What a great honor it is.
Let's land this plane on facts. Reuters and AP both reported Trump used that language. That is not fake news. That is his own statement. CNN reports the Pentagon underestimated Iran's response, and Reuters reports gas is already jumping. So this is not abstract, it is here. Here is my final opinion. A commander-in-chief should lower temperatures, not raise them at 12:33 in the morning. A serious leader protects Americans first, including from price shocks, including from reckless escalation. This is not about partisan drama. This is about competence. And democracy demands accountability for incompetence. So keep your eyes open, demand documents, demand sources, and do not let anyone sell you chaos as strength. Did you catch